really appreciate you joining me today, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for the latest news and also breaking news and a lot of coverage that I did yesterday from Birmingham and the murder and also a fire. This is a roundup from news coming from London, and thank you to Dave Nathan for his help and his footage from the crime scenes. The first story we're going to discuss is the murder in Brentford on the 26th of April 2023. A total of 10 people have been arrested and still remain in custody after a man was found dead in Brentford. Officers arrested 7 men and 3 women whose ages range from being teenagers to in their early 60s on suspicion of murder. The police were called at 5:15 on Wednesday the 26th of April to reports of intruders at an address in Brentwick Gardens, Brentford. Officers, London Ambulance Service and the air ambulance also attended. A male in his 40s was found with serious injuries. Despite the best efforts of emergency services, he was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. Although formal identification awaits, police believe they have identified the male and have informed his family. A post-mortem is scheduled in due course. Detective Inspector Sal Minas, who is leading the investigation, said, "My thoughts are with the family and friends of the deceased as they come to terms with this tragic death. We will do everything we can to support them, and a dedicated team of police are investigating this case, and we will try to find out exactly what happened and who is responsible." Chief Superintendent Sean Wilson said in a statement, "This is a dreadful crime and we are looking for answers. Homicide detectives are investigating and we are fully supporting their investigation. Even at this early stage, 10 people have been arrested. Forensics were seen at the scene gathering evidence. There was at some points up to 5 forensic officers inside the crime scene." So this is a shocking story coming from Brentford, and I really want to send my condolences to the family of the victim and how they must be feeling at this time. We'll definitely keep you updated on any charges to do with this case and any developments.
Is that passenger coming to the pub able to come down here?
That's a knee replacement.
In some other news coming from London, an 18-year-old male was found with stab wounds in Brightlingsea Place at the junction of Narrow Street in E14. This was on the 27th of April, the day after the other case. He was taken to hospital where he is in a critical condition with life-changing injuries. A crime scene is in place and the incident is being investigated, and forensics were also seen at the scene. So hopefully this victim makes a full recovery, and I'll definitely keep you updated on any progression with that case. Catching up with some news that I missed on the 16th of April, police were called at 11:40 to a double stabbing in New Malden High Street, and they found a 28-year-old and a 31-year-old male with serious wounds. The condition of one of the males has been assessed as life-threatening, and his family have been informed. Forensic officers were filmed working inside a restaurant as well, so this may be connected to the incident, or it may have just been a part of the crime scene. So this story is developing, and I'll definitely keep you updated on the condition of both of the men and if anybody does get arrested or charged in connection to that case. This double stabbing took place only a day after a man was found on the 15th of April with fatal stab wounds in Norwood Street, South London. This was in the Tulse Hill area. Police attended and they found the male inside a shop suffering multiple stab wounds, and despite their best efforts, the victim died at the scene. He was only 20 years old. My condolences to the family, and the victim is yet to be identified. There was a large cordon in place and the police were gathering evidence with the forensic officers, and this was situated on a very busy high street. There was also a police dog being used to try to find evidence, and the forensics spent a considerable amount of time inside a restaurant located on the street. So as of yet, there's been no updates in relation to that case, but I'll definitely follow that story and keep you updated when it's appropriate. In another incident on the 15th of April, At 6:40 a.m, police were called to reports of an assault on St James Road in Croydon. Police and the ambulance attended and found 3 men suffering injuries. 2 had been stabbed and 1 had been assaulted. They were all taken to hospital and their injuries are considered not life-threatening. But there was a large cordon and a police investigation is underway. In an update to a story that I covered several weeks ago, several people have been charged with the murder of Tyrese Miller in Mitcham. He was shot dead on Croydon Road on the 4th of April, near the junction of Beddington Lane in Mitcham. The cause of death was determined as a gunshot wound to the chest. Manuel Paulo from South London, Kavon Morrison from South London, Armani McClement from South London, and Denzel Quarteng were all charged with his murder. So we will no longer be able to discuss that case until after the trial. So I really appreciate you joining me for this brief roundup of news coming from London, and I've got a lot more news to get through in the next few days. Please don't forget to follow on social media as well and check out the website at scarcitystudios.com.